Hey there, this is K4A, and in this video today we are going to see how to use SketchBook Transform tool. If you have watched previous video about Autodesk Sketchbook, we have learned how to use Quick Transform, so let's see what's the difference between these two, Quick Transform and Transform. I'm starting with blank space, blank canvas, white screen, white paper, zooming out with my mouse scroll wheel, pressing space to center, move and center my canvas a little bit better, and then I go up where my tools are. So we're going to check this one today, Transform, and in previous video we have checked this one, Quick Transform. So first let's pick any of these brushes. On my left I will use the default pencil with black and draw just any kind of, or maybe not, maybe maybe it's better, yeah, for start this is okay. So with the previous Quick Transform tool we could pick this entire layer, and we got this wheel to move it left and right, rotate it, scale it uniformly on all X and Y axes, and scale it like on one X alone, or maybe it's better to say stretch it, and that was with Quick Transform. And also we had options to select with this square or rectangle option, and parts of it with this lasso tool. That all was very handy, and from my perspective very fast, and I use it with shortcut pressing V on my keyboard. So let's now see this guy, Transform, what that tool will do. When I click first on it, I get some kind of border around my my drawing, my sketch. So that's the first idea you have to get, and that's actually the whole image, the whole drawing on the screen is now in my area of work. So if, for example, I have two pieces, I will now deselect this tool, add some more, like in the top left corner this guy, then go to Transform, and now that guy is in it too. So I will undo it for the sake of this video being more this example being more clear and easier to follow, but I hope you got the idea. So any illustration, any sketch of wherever you edit on the screen and then go to Transform, you will get it into selection. So it will be selected everything which is on your screen, or to be more precise, on layer. We haven't learned layers yet, we will do that soon, but in general all you have on the screen, it will be selected when you click on Transform by default. So that's the first difference in terms of this guy here. Quick Transform, you can pick parts of the screen with this selection tool and then move it only that part, or even better, divide it with this lasso selection tool. So that's the huge difference in first step. But again, let's see other features. When I hover over my sketch, I see this black arrow with some kind of cross with arrows on left, right, top and bottom, which is resembling the movement. So when I click somewhere in the middle of my screen and I get that black arrow, press and do not release, just hold and move. I can move my whole selection anywhere I want. So click on this. I'm not sure what's the Is it T? Probably, yeah. No, T is hiding the tools. So transform, I will use the button because I'm not sure what's the shortcut yet. So when you click on it, everything on your screen will be selected, every sketch, and there is some kind of border around it, and you can move it by pressing in the center of it. Click, hold, do not release. When you release that, there your sketch will be moved. So that's one feature, so you can move. Other feature is when you go out of this border lines, you get some kind of like recycle icon with two arrows in a circular movement, and this arrow should resemble, we have seen it earlier, this arrow should resemble rotation. So it doesn't matter if I'm on the top, out of the top of my sketch, out of the border on the right, on the left, on the bottom, as long as you're out of the border. If you're in it, you're moving. If you're out, you're rotating. We don't see exact number in degrees. I think that's by default. Maybe there is a way to alter that, not sure. So anyway, you can move and rotate this very fast. So we can move, we can rotate. What else we can do? We can click on these circles in corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, and when I do that, I can resize my sketch, which this time it's again very handsome to use, very useful when you want some quick changes. You don't want to resize it like from very small sketch to very big, because it will lose on resolution. That's what happened with raster graphics. When you try to resize something into much bigger view, it will look like having some kind of pixel edges and not sharp resolution. That's normal behavior, so you're not supposed to do that. Sometimes you will maybe need it. We'll talk about it later. So the same effect I can use, which I got with these circles in my corners. I can use it when I go and hover over my lines. So again, as I had 4 circles, I have 4 border lines: top, bottom, right, left. And the thing with them is when you click, hold, and move them, you are stretching your scaling in one direction only. So if you have seen me clicking on this circle, for example, top right, this one here, and trying to stretch it, I can go also left and right to stretch it on X, but also on top and bottom. And sometimes you don't want to do that, because by accident I can move. I want to go only up, but I also have stretched it a little bit to the right. That's not what I want. I want to go only up, so then I will use the line, not the circle. So when you want to go into one direction only, you'll use this line. So only down, only up, only right, only left. And these circles you can go simultaneously in both directions. Okay, so that's great. We can stretch it or scale it in one axis or both axes at the same time, scale it, move it, rotate it. But the most important thing is then that when you are happy with your result, you have to click on this OK button or check mark here. We didn't have that in Quick Transform, so either click on this OK and you will have your changes applied to your drawing, or you can also just press enter on your keyboard in real life. But if you don't do that, if I for example change this to this and then click on this cancel, no, my changes are not saved. Or for example, if I go to some other tool, I think, yeah, no, that one remembers it. Nice. Okay, we'll undo it. Transform. If I click, for example, cancel here, or maybe escape. Yeah, escape brings you back to your original drawing without changes. So this was transform scale. Other than that, we have distort, which is also very similar in look and behavior, but also having some kind of, let's say, improved features. And those are which one? Maybe it's better, yeah, it's better for me to start with new. No, cancel, yeah. New without saving. Zoom out, move. I will draw maybe some kind of bricks, like we have a brick wall. I'm drawing with my mouse, so it doesn't have to be precise. The whole idea here is just to have something on the screen. So for example, I wanted to make a road or some kind of wall which is in perspective. That means distorted, that means converging into perspective, into space, which also means when you have things, objects, people, characters in distance, they look smaller, they look distorted and so on. So you have to either draw it or or fake it, or in some kind of way. This tool, transform distort, will help us to do it in simple way with these circles and these lines. Same with scale, but this time I can use this lines to go not only up and down, but also, for example, left and right. I think we couldn't do that with transform scale, but more important thing is when I use these circles in the corner, you see how this becomes distorted, like in perspective, like those squares, those bricks here closer to me are bigger, and these bricks in distance are smaller and distorted, like they are on some kind of road. Again, do not worry about how these edges look blurry and not professional. We didn't make it for final. This is just test, so it's not a final polished drawing illustration. So the whole idea here is that you learn to use these tools. And this could be, for example, a texture for some kind of road, and then I can also click on this middle circle to distort it a little bit crazier. I don't want to do that. So let me try this with scale. Yeah, I cannot go left and right, just top and bottom. So I can cancel it here, and with distort you can get more crazy results. Again, this can be, for example, some kind of wall in perspective. I will draw now more of it so you can get the idea. Again, I have to click on OK, pencil, so this can be now my some kind of, again, I'm drawing with my mouse. The whole idea here is to, and this is great for prototyping. Yeah, so very useful tool. Same with quick transform, but more specific. I'm not using this tool as much as quick transform, but again it depends on what you draw, what you need, and what are your preferences, what is your workflow, what kind of art style you have yourself as an artist, on which games or illustrations you work, and so on. So again, very useful, very fast. Check it out and see if it will help you. That was SketchBook Transform. So let's continue with these tutorials. I hope some of you will find them useful, and that's it. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.